I remember talking to Zeke once when he was much younger. I guess Zeke was about 18 or 19. Zeke said to me, I know there's no such thing as zombies, but every time I drive by a mall, I just hope.
I'm Frank, this is Zeke. We directed Night of the Little Dead. I built the monsters, Zeke wrote it.
Again, please, Jim.
And here we are.
I think George Romero described Night of the Living Dead as a story of what happens when a truly radical political party takes over the United States of America.
Fargo meets Grumpy Old Men meets Night of the Living Dead.
This project has sort of an interesting history. From what I recall, Frank and Charlie Chiodo had a conversation years ago about this project. Like, it wasn't a short film, it wasn't anything, it was just a title, Night of the Little Dead. And I remember Frank telling me, I got this great idea for a movie. It's called Night of the Little Dead. And then he showed me a poster he made. And then that was kind of what it was for like 2 years.
I got involved with Night of the Little Dead when Zeke and Frank called me up about a year ago.
We got GPS, we got radar, we got sonar. Your record is screwed.
Having seen their previous work, I said yes without knowing anything else.
Everybody here is such a pro.
We got a bigger boat, we got a bigger rod. Rest is pretty easy.
My good friend Frank, I've worked with him on Pirates of the Caribbean, and
rest is on top of his head, and that's kind of what it's doing. Okay.
He called me up and asked me if I'd be interested in helping him out.
I did Space Brains with Frank and Zeke last year. This is the second project I'm shooting for them.
I'm just gonna grab a couple of her lines.
All right.
I met Zeke actually through Frank on another short film that we did called Dracula's Daughters versus the Space Brains.
Zeke Zabrowski is the producer, director, writer.
Oh, Jim, and I need Bill.
He's also Blood.
And I've known Zeke for, I guess his whole life might as well be.
AJ and I played poker together, and he introduced me to Zeke.
Well, I think what was great about this project is how hard the crew worked, and like everyone volunteered, everyone worked their asses off, and it was like a crew of people, like some people were so incredibly experienced, and some people were just like, really new at doing everything.
It's ironic because my father worked on Night of the Living Dead.
Charlie Chiodo and I were in the back of the shop.
I was talking with Frank Ippolito.
And we came up with the idea of having monsters that were little people.
He's running at me.
Zeke took a stab at the feature script.
That would scare the hell out of me.
I thought it was really great where he went with it, and after we finished Dracula's Daughters versus Space Brains, we decided this would be the next short that we would make.
Night of the Little Dead.
My character is Dan. In the beginning of the film, he is kind of the arrogant but quieter cohort of Penn Jillette's character, Davo, and then Dan turns into a sniveling, screaming little girl of a character, and then he dies.
I'm playing the part of Eddie, and I'm a fisherman. Oh yeah, I go out there and I catch walleye, and I actually have the record for the largest fish caught in the lake.
Wisconsins, they got an attitude up there, boy. They talk about getting them big walleyes, man, and there. That's some good eating.
I play Bob, and normally I'd go fishing, but things go south.
I'm playing a character called Davo.
Welcome to Garden Grub. Here, see menu?
Well, it depends whether you're on it or not.
The name of my character is Sadie. She is the owner of this bait shop that takes care of all the guys.
I'm playing a little person who used to be a part of a circus way back in the day, and what happened is somehow the cart that they were on in the train got knocked off the tracks and fell into a pond, and they were never saved. So somehow we lived down in this train car, and I'm dead, I'm ugly, and I think I eat people. And some fishermen have come out to the pond, and they are trying to fish by throwing dynamite into the water. Somehow they released me out of my train car, and I come to the surface, and now I'm wreaking hell on the village.
When I read the script, just instantly, this. I just heard that.
What happened to them that turned them?
He wouldn't be this high.
It's just my hands gonna be this high.
Let it be something that turns them into a monster.
Yeah, we try to get the back of the guys connected so we get a little bit of movement out of the little dead here.
So I made the eyes different, and I made the teeth more horrific, and I made the claws like animal claws.
So we started pre-production on this in probably August. Yeah. We did Marty's body cast as soon as he said yes to the project. And then just because we've been swamped on other projects, I didn't actually start sculpting until late September, beginning of October. This has been pretty much an around the clock.
Even my dumbass was texturing these things.
Yeah. Yeah, put a sculpting tool in this idiot's hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at the Chiodo Brothers. Frank said, hey, You know, I heard him talking about shooting something.
Jim, I want to tell you, you're doing great.
They lost their DP. I told him I would come play with them because it is play for me. I love what I do.
And we're settled.
I supported Frank and Zeke creatively and also like very practically.
I am the producer.
We're right on time. The best part about working on this for me is that I get to have prosthetic makeup applied and get the top of my head peeled off like a piece of fruit.
First time we saw the monster pop up on the screen, I had the remote in my hands and I was making it all move. And
he was squiggling like a little kid, so excited.
When you're inside of a suit, you can just be whatever you want because nobody knows it's you, so you can act like a fool.
Being on set, I had a smile on my face the whole time. Seeing all of our hard work come now to reality from the actors, it was badass. So
Zeke doesn't smile though, so he had the smile in his head. It actually physically hurts his face to smile like that.
It's pain right now.
This is the first time where you see the little dead. I think the acting is really great, just the interplay with the different characters, and Jim's character is hilarious. And I call this Q, nothing out there, because Adam Savage's character is telling him, don't go out there, and it's out there, and he's like, oh, there's nothing out there. Of course, he opens the door, and the little dead is right there, and then all hell breaks loose.
Settled and good.
And action!
Hey, Eddie.
Just when you think you figured it out, we'll throw a little twist in there.